Yo, 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 what's goody, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Assassin 4. We are fresh off the Western Conference semis, and now we going straight live in next into this Western Conference Finals. But before we get into that action, let me introduce the panel today. First, what's good with my boy C-Note? What's going on?
What's good? We got us a dub.
Nigga start nerding, man.
See, you already see it. You see it, BT. Apparently, it's been a lot of rapping going on lately, a lot of hip hop going on, a lot of ciphers. People, Bama's been the bull apparently lately. You tell me, y'all tell me, BT Corey. Apparently,
That nigga unique got Corey out here, bruh.
I'm chilling.
You know what I'm saying? You need to get back on the block, bro. But yeah.
Hey, y'all heard from one of 910's finest, BT. He said you need to get back on that block, baby. He said do your day job.
Yeah,
Plus, we got the biggest one in Charlotte over here. What's good with you, T?
What's good with y'all, bro? I'm about to just let Corey cook, man.
Hey man, one thing we know about Corey, he loves to be in the kitchen. So hey, hey, but man, let's just get right into it, man. Today we're watching the Western Conference Finals start today with Game One. It's going to be between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves, and we got to this game because Sunday, Game Seven, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We had a game between the Denver Nuggets and the OKC Thunder, and it was getting a little shaky for OKC and them boys in the first quarter, but eventually as T was said in the chat today, they broke out the ace of spade. They made their adjustment towards the end of the second quarter, and then it was just lights out from there on. It was a blowout in Game Seven in Oklahoma. So now we're back in the city again to start Game One of the Western Conference Finals. You guys, before we get into that matchup, let's just talk about this series overall between the Nuggets and the Thunder. What did we learn? What did we saw from both teams? Hey, let's just get some analysis going. Anybody can hop on in. Like, what's your thoughts of that series?
I'll start real quick, man, so Corey can cook, and let T do his thing too. So the thing that surprised me the most, man, throughout the whole Denver Nuggets playoff run was Aaron Gordon. To me, him and Murray were their two best players. And I know people are gonna say, well, what about Joker? Joker was all right, man, but Joker didn't do what Joker does on a regular basis. To me, it was Murray. They went as Murray and Aaron Gordon went. Gordon had 2-game winners, 3-game winners in the playoff run. I learned that Denver, they just ran out of gas at the wrong time, man. Ran out of gas at the wrong time. OKC did what I thought they was gonna do. They've been the best team all season. And when it was time, like you said and T said in the chat, hit that ace of spade, man, in that Game 7, because nobody seen that coming. Like, who saw Caruso guarding Joker? Like, nobody seen that coming. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
So the coach doing that. Yeah, the coach doing that. That was a good thing, man. So, yeah, I thought for sure it was gonna go 7. It went 7, and it was a good series. But at the end, OKC was just younger. It was faster, more hungrier. Denver had the championship already, so it was like they was happy with that. And OKC do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, T, can you elaborate what me and BT was talking about? Because I know you watched the breakdown earlier today of like that adjustment the OKC Thunder coach made that pretty much opened the game open for the OKC Thunder. Like, what was his thinking of putting like Caruso on Joker, or like a guard player on that high post against Joker?
Not only to like front the post and cause havoc, but when they run those pick and rolls with Jamal Murray, when you have a smaller guy on Jamal Murray and another small player on Joker, it's an easy switch and allows Chet Holmgren to be more of a roamer.
Yeah.
Or if it's a matchup where Holmgren switches off onto Murray, he can close off his shooting angle quicker. So either you have another smaller guy like Cason Wallace switching off on the Joker and then Caruso switching on to Murray, or kind of Holmgren roaming, and then he can switch on to Murray and close off his shooting angle and make it hard and put him on the floor where he can't get that little mid-range shot off. So that was really the thing behind it. It allowed Homer to be more of a roamer, a lot of Hartenstein to roam more. It also preserved them in their foul situation because we've seen at times uh, the other Jalen Williams, Hartenstein, and Chet getting the foul trouble throughout that series. So
Mm-hmm.
also Caruso, he did his thing, man. Like the rest let him get away with a little bit more. But Joker has 150 pounds, and Dre, you and I saw Joker live a couple years ago. That man be hooking and throwing elbows more than anybody in the league, bro. So I don't want to hear,
Yep.
Caruso's fouling, whatever, bro. You think Shaq is gonna let Alex Caruso guard him, bro? You think Hakeem's gonna let Caruso stop him, bro?
I mean, I put it like this: if everybody thought Joker was getting hacked, things they need to watch them old 3P Shaq highlights because you want to talk about somebody getting hacked in the paint or getting like beat up. Period. There's a reason why like Shaq just shuts down after the NBA season because he just goes through such a batter throughout the season that he just doesn't want to do anything of physical related activity. So imagine going through that, but Joker, he can't withstand Caruso, Lou Dort, Jason Wallace.
And also, and not only that, like having Chet roam around kind of cuts off some of those passing lanes that Joker be looking at as well. Talk about that breakdown. Well, having Holmgren kind of roam those little cross-court passes that Joker usually could get off weren't there because Holmgren was in that position, but versus like another guard. So that was like a real nice adjustment because usually in game sevens, usually there's not really a lot of adjustments. Both teams know what they're going to do. It's more about execution and will.
Yeah.
But that adjustment really saved Oklahoma City season. A team that won 68 games that had like one of the highest net ratings in the history of the league. Really saved their season. So we're gonna see how they adjust. What Minnesota can bring to the table, both offensively and defensively. This is gonna be a different challenge. Oklahoma City when they played the Timberwolves.
So I remember back in like February, we was all at Corey crib anyways. Like I remember when the Lakers was playing Denver, and I seen the Lakers put like Luka, Austin Reeves, and Brown all on Joker. So I think the OKC coach seen that because they stifled Joker, man. They was just and all the guards from guarding him.
Yeah, they not to cut you off. They mentioned that in the clip. They literally that was the same blueprint that Oklahoma City did in Game 7. They watched that film. You always try to find little stuff throughout the season that you try to hold on to. And, Dre, you coach and BT and Corey, y'all know ball. Like, there's certain things that you just hold on to, even during the playoffs. Like, there's certain things you just wait until you really, really need it. And whether it's a certain type of trap or press or it's a defensive scheme that you just been practicing, but you hold on to it until you really, really need it. And that's what happened. So I got to give Mark Dano credit. He blew game 1 in game 3, but he outcoached Adelman in game 7. And that was the difference in the series.
Getting back to that whole joke about Alex Caruso holding Joker thing, like he was toying with it throughout the entire series. Like you could see it all the way from like game 3, if I'm not mistaken. It wasn't working as effective as he wanted it to, but as the series went on and we seen Joker get more tired, Alex Caruso started getting more minutes. You start seeing how it was working and how it was affecting Joker a whole lot more. If you ask me throughout the entire series, Alex Caruso, he was the heater for the entire team. You could actually tell when he was on the floor. He was the X factor. Wherever he was making every play that needed to be made. We've seen a lot of shitty plays, a lot of shitty execution that Alex Caruso actually had to clean up for them. So
yeah, Caruso won game 4 along with Aaron Wiggins and Cason Wallace. They really saved their season in game 4. If it wasn't for those 3, I don't know if they this series goes to a game 7. It probably ends in 6.
Honestly, it really should have ended. It should have ended in 5 for OKC. If we're gonna be honest, game 1 they gave up that game. Yeah, game 3 they kind of blew game 3 too.
Yeah, game 4 was in a balance until the fourth quarter, right?
Yeah,
and this is why Joker doesn't get a pass from me because if he shows up in game 4, you go back to Oklahoma City up 3-1. Like you have the support in the game that you really need to have. That really could have put like a chokehold on the series, and he didn't show up. And he played well in game 5, and he was solid in game 6. He was good in game 6, but that's the game that every team has one game. Like for Oklahoma City that series, it was game 1, where you should have won it, you blew it. For Denver, it was game 4. You're at home. Oklahoma City was on the ropes, and you couldn't close the deal. If you're the best player in the world, you close that deal. I'm sorry. If you're the best player in the world, you close that deal. LeBron would close that off. Kobe, especially when you're up, because that game was ugly. And then Denver took the lead, and they have momentum. Kobe, LeBron, MJ, Hakeem, Shaq, whoever you want to, KD, whoever you want to put out there, they close that game, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, D Wade. Hell, even Giannis.
If you're a closer, you're a closer. You're supposed to close.
I mean, it's not even about because you said some good names. It's not about them because not all of them achieve it at like 100% rate. It's just you have to add the criticism when he doesn't live up to that level of status in the playoffs. Like we seen it last year, like they blew up like a 20-point lead and gave something to the Timberwolves, and we seen it this year where it was like you pretty much was like packed it in because at this point they was just like they was chirping at the refs. They just looked like after the first quarter they just looked like they just didn't have it in them anymore. By halfway through the third quarter the game was over. Like they could have sat everybody for the rest of the fourth quarter, and I think it would still be a 21-point plus lead. That's just how demoralized they look after that second quarter. So it's just I just want Joker to be held accountable because if we're gonna talk to him like that type of echelon player, and I think he is a talented player, but you also gotta bring the criticism with him. That's all. I just asking for
game 7.
I just want the criticism to be fair because if any player that T listed had an 18-month stretch that Joker did, they'd be calling for him. They'd be calling for their head. Like imagine Bron doing something like 2 Game 7 losses, one being a 20-point blowout, like he gave up a 20-point lead, and then he did some wild shit in the Olympics that cost them the semifinal. Like, let's be real. Any other NBA player would get annihilated by the media, but with Joker, it's just like, he just want to drink his beer and go back to his horses, and they're just going to let it slide. No, talk about his faults. No offense. Everybody kept saying that Shaq wanted to do any damage against that Oklahoma City Thunder team. Please put Caruso on Shaq, Lou Dort on Shaq, Casey Wiles on Shaq, and see what happens. Please.
This the same Shaq that is a picture out there, and we all know that same highlight. It's him against the Nets. He's literally dunking on all 5 players on the court.
Yeah.
That's why I don't take that. I don't take that bullshit.
Yeah, it's just like, game 4 was really, that was Denver's chance, bro. And like, if you're really the best player, well, if you're that guy, if you're going to start entering top 15 conversations, bro, you have to win that game, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. Game 4 was it for Denver. Oklahoma City was on the ropes. They're a young team. Their mental is fragile, and you just couldn't get it done.
I think
2 through 4.
I will always ask this question: what is the Joker statement game in his career? Period. It was, we'll say playoffs because that's always gonna mean the most. What is his statement game? Like we can name like Jordan, 63 points. Jordan, the shot. LeBron against
Boston.
Yeah, against Detroit and Boston as well too.
Detroit. Detroit, Boston, hell. KD hit game 3. KD.
Yeah.
Okay, so so we talking about because he had games where he dominated. So I don't think that's the question. Are you talking about like when the game is tight? When the game is tight, okay.
Moments, yeah. Like what? Like if you were
not have a signature moment.
If you want to, your signature moment. That's like your career. When you think about this player and you think about, all right, this is the play that I want to show someone that shows who he is and his most dominant. Or just
like overcoming adversity, right? Like. Because their championship run was soft, bro. Let's just call it what it is, bro. It was soft, man. Like Joker's beat 150-win team. That team won 50 games. So now, the Clippers really should have won that series. But game 4, Aaron Gordon. Shout out to Aaron Gordon for even coming out on the floor on Sunday and trying to play on a raging hamstring strain.
He showed more heart than some of his play. Yeah, he showed more heart than some of his to his teammates. I tell you that.
Of course, he just doesn't have that signature like moment where he had to overcome adversity, or he broke through, or he just has that game where he really like put the team on his back. Because really and truthfully, the year they won a championship, it was a combination of him and Murray.
Yeah.
Because Jamal Murray was putting up crazy numbers, bro. And Michael Porter was like, especially against the Lakers, Michael Porter was on a heater.
Honestly, I feel like, and it's not I'm trying to discredit Joker. It's just when I think about that championship run, Joker had his numbers, like the trouble stuff like that. But that team went because Jamal Murray was lights out that year. Like he had those games.
Murray was their closer. Like if a team was getting close, you would put the ball in Jamal Murray's hand and let him cook. Or Joker was bringing up the ball, facilitating the offense, and giving it to Murray so he can cook. That's their offense.
Yeah, because like Joker, I mean, of course he dominated against the Suns that year because the Suns just didn't have any post presence, and he pretty much took Ayton's heart out of that series. Ayton didn't want to suit up no more, which was pathetic. But then when it got to like the Lakers on, it was, I mean, honestly, they both killed the Lakers in my opinion. AD ain't had nothing for Joker, but it was just Murray torching anybody that was in front of him that made a difference. And then when they played the Heat, it was just like, what they going? It's the Heat. Like D-Wade's just on the media airways just talking about how Jimmy Butler just be shying away from the moment when you really need him. Like playoff Jimmy is low key a myth. For real. So
man, yeah, because
we saw it this year
for Golden State.
Yeah,
Kuminga was the best player when they really needed wins.
And they tried to shelve him. They tried to shelve him. It took like 2 injuries for Kuminga to get off the bench because they trying to hold him for his money. Man,
hold on. I've been listening, bro. I got kind of busy, but what D-Wade say again?
No, he pretty much called Jimmy Butler. He was like, "Hey, man, like the reason why Pat Riley didn't give you the extension, he's like 60 mil. It's like when we need you in that moment, what have you done? Like, and you look at like Jimmy Butler numbers, especially like in closeout games or stuff like that. Like for the Warriors, the man took 9 shots one game with money on the line. Like I don't care how many free throws you took, you don't just take 9 attempts. When you're obviously the go-to guy with Steph Curry out, and then when you're the Heat, and you know you ain't got nobody else, especially Tyler Hero out, you take 30 shots.
Yeah, bro. And to be honest with you, remember when when Baltimore was 3 games in a row, and they went back to Boston. It was really Caleb Martin that stepped up in that game 7 and really kind of put them over the edge. He made shots or whatever, and then when they played Denver, it was 1-1, go back to Miami. You need Jimmy to have one of those games. He just didn't have it.
See, what D-Wade was saying, in which he was trying to give Jimmy his props as well. He was saying, like, he likes to facilitate the offense. That's all good and well, but it's like at the same time, you have to have that statement game. Just like how we were literally just talking about Joker with. You can make that same argument with Jimmy. Like, and let's keep it hot. Jimmy's statement game wasn't even a statement game. It was a practice.
Now I will say when they beat the Bucks that year, when they beat Milwaukee in the first round that year, he closed them out.
He did close them out.
I mean, but still, like, I'm keeping it a band here. When people talk about Jimmy, they talk about that practice.
Nah, yeah, that's facts too. But I gotta I don't even like Jimmy, but I remember in the bubble, game 5, Jimmy went off that game too, bro. He went off that game 5 against the Lakers.
But you see,
I see what D-Wade is saying though. When you really, really, really need him the most, like especially like that year,
he's not consistent enough.
The Warriors need him.
Like
he's inconsistent.
Like the Warriors brought him over here pretty much to be an upgrade from Wiggins because Wiggins was just a slasher. But even Wiggins would take more than 9 attempts in the game.
Don't forget what Wiggins did in that finals, bro, against Boston. Mm-hmm. Like that whole playoff run, Wiggins was hooping, B. Like they don't win without. I know Steph went nuclear, bro. Like that was Steph's playoff run, boom, stamp. But without Wiggins,
that was his moment, yeah.
Wiggins was getting busy, bro. So, and I remember in the press conference, bro, like Jimmy Butler said, "I'm Robin, and this is Batman." Like, what superstar gonna call themselves Robin, dog? Or a star gonna call themselves Robin? Like,
but BT, BT, I hate to be a nerd, but I'm gonna say this though. You could be Robin because eventually Robin turns into goddamn Nightwing and has his own goddamn city. So when that moment comes when Bruce is not in your city protecting that shit, it's your turn to step up and do what you got to do and seal the deal. And Jimmy Butler doesn't do that, and you getting paid top dollar, and you're not doing that. So he don't get no excuse. You can have the Robin label all you want, but even Robin has his own team and saves the day and saves his own city and shit. So man.
Even Damian had the Teen Titans. Jason Todd out here just killing people. Nah, he can't call himself Robin. I can't. He can't even beat Tim Drake.
Buddy ain't no damn Alfred. We ain't gonna disrespect the go Alfred either. Bum ass nigga.
But yeah, get back to Joker. Even like last year, remember when Denver went down 0-2? It was Jamal Murray that got them back in the series. And Joker, he had a good game 5 was Minnesota that year, but it wasn't like a signature moment. It was a good game, but like Jamal Murray got them back in that series with Minnesota last year. Yeah. And then what happened in game 7? Jamal Murray went nuclear in the first half, but then Ant picked him up in the second half, and Jamal Murray was quiet, and Denver lost. So as good as Joker is, when Jamal Murray is playing well, that's what really separates Denver from them winning versus them losing. It's really Jamal Murray is really the catalyst for that team. Like Joker's gonna get his numbers, but Jamal Murray makes them go.
I also think their bench was a problem this year too. They didn't get a lot from their bench this season, and that's what happens when you don't take serious about people that help you on that championship run. You don't retain them like a Bruce Brown. Jeff Green was a good vet. And people always want to talk trash about Russell Westbrook, but good, you take the bad with the good because ain't no like anybody else was being consistent off of that Denver Nuggets bench anyway. So
they don't beat the Clippers without Russell Westbrook.
Hell no.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah,
I guess I guess my question before we move on to this Western Conference Finals is, what's the Denver's next moves? Like, how did it retool? Because as we're noticing, that window is shortening in the NBA, and people are asking for these contracts that we think they don't deserve, but the market is the market now. So Bama that's used to getting like $15 million 5-year contracts is not getting 30-year contracts. So, like, what moves can Denver make? Because it seems like I don't know what their assets is looking like, but it doesn't seem like they got a lot to work with because their starting lineup is solid. It's just that bench. I don't see anybody like grown with their potential or anything like that. I don't know. I just don't see it unless they find something in free agency.
I mean, they might have to come off Michael Porter because you have to keep Aaron Gordon, and Murray's a centerpiece for that team. I don't see them trading Jamal Murray, so you're gonna have to come off Michael Porter. What can you really get from Michael Porter, who just has shoulder injury and struggled through most of the postseason? Michael Porter is who he is. He's a taller J.R. Smith.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't. I don't know.
Don't do my dog like that.
I can't do Earl like that. I can't do Earl like that.
I mean, why not? Why not? Exactly. They do the exact same thing.
He got that back. He got that back issue. I can at least trust throughout his career. I could have trusted Earl to do a little bit more.
But when Earl was on his later habit, they play the exact same. They go and chuck threes all night, bro, and then they go and do like 1-3 slashes a game to get dunks. But outside of that, they not passing that rock. They not going. JR stopped going in between so much when he wasn't a guy anymore. All he did was, oh shit, let me lock up in this corner real quick.
JR plays defense too, though, man. JR plays we play defense sometimes. I don't really see Porter playing defense like that.
He plays it when he wants to. That's his issue. He can play it. If he played more consistently, he'd be more about it. But he's always worried about his shot.
I was about to say he's a poor man Clay, but
oh no.
Hell no.
Michael Porter.
No, bro, but
I don't know.
Yeah, they're about to come off Porter.
Yeah, they are.
Christian Brown's up for an extension.
I'm about to say him too.
Christian Brown $30 million. That's the market rate, bro.
I know, bro, but I'm saying, bro.
Hey, look, man.
What does he do? What does he do? Like, I mean, he good, but goddamn, 30 million.
Honestly, at times, Christian Brown was like arguably their third best player at times in that series. he was getting buckets. He was playing defense, decent defense, and he was scoring a decent clip. Like, at times when Murray struggled and Porter and Gordon struggled, like Brown
he had some big shots.
He's solid, bro. Like, I'm not gonna say he's trash. He's solid.
No, he not
but
trash.
For $30 million, like,
you better be.
I don't know.
You better be that going the superstar, bro, for $30 million.
No offense, all offense. Wherever, I mean, Christian Brown is just Aaron Wiggins with a starting job, bro. They do the exact same shit. They play the exact same way. They slashers. They can hit the three occasionally. They're going to hit an athletic dunk. But they both hot and cold. Like Christian Brown, he had 14 whatever before they took him out last game. Like, he had a good start to the game, and then you see him, and then it's just like 2 for 8, 4 rebounds type shit. He's shown improvement, but has he shown like, oh, he's going to be like a French all-star type player? No, I mean, but if they want to get that 30 mil, hey, I know a team that gave Otto Porter like 25 mil just to shoot 3. So, hey man, the game is the game. It is what it is. It is what it is. But sure, man. Enough of these Nuggets, man. I mean, take that shit to McDonald's and get some McNuggets and shit, man. Let's talk about some teams that's in the Western Conference Finals real quick, man. OKC Thunder, Minnesota Timberwolves, led by 2 influential guards in the league. We got Shea, we got Ant-Man. I mean, it's pretty much the nonchalant versus the YNs. So, guys, what's your prediction? How y'all see this series going? And outside of Shea, and this is a question for each of y'all, outside of Shea and Ant-Man, what's the player y'all looking for in this series that you think has to be that X factor?
Some of y'all need to give me my flowers, bro. I called that shit.
You did.
You did.
You believe in McDonald's now?
Nah, I just think like his defense and shooting, bro. Like, he gonna have to play a pivotal role because he gonna be guarding Shea sometimes. Then he gonna be on Jalen Williams sometimes. Speaking of Jalen Williams, but OKC, that's my X factor too. Because when he goes, OKC is very good. But if he's struggling, yeah, it's gonna be a long night for them boys.
Yeah, I think I may actually go with BT on that one. McDaniel, he's gonna be like pretty much all over the court. They're gonna have him doing a little bit of everything. Not saying it's gonna like fully affect the game as much, but it's just seeing him in his natural element of like having to move around. They're gonna try to put him in a lot of switches just to get SGA off. Well, get him off SGA. But we'll see how he reacts to those.
I just need Jalen Williams to find the backboard. That's all. I mean, he did better Game 7, but Game 5 and 6 was atrocious to watch. I mean, golly.
I also want to see the cousins against each other too, man.
Yeah.
SGA and then old buddy from Timberwolves. What's his name? Alexander?
Yeah.
Their cousins or whatever. So see them, the two Kennedy.
Nick, rammed out. Well, no, like, do y'all feel like Timberwolves just match up better with OKC? They got, they can run a little bit more rim protection. They got a little bit of a bench. Is this like a better matchup than what we had with the Denver Nuggets, even though that went 7 games?
Yeah, I would say so. I would say they match up a little bit better with OKC. Just because they both young, both got superstars, both got really good winning players. So, yeah, I'll say so. It's a good matchup.
If you ask me, this is the statement series for both the SGA and like how I said in the chat earlier, like, and we were talking about it, T, when you was like, Adam Silver is getting everything that he wants and he needs right now. Like, it's true. Whenever you look at this series, this is pretty much the series for who is going to take over as possibly being the face of the league. You have someone that's charismatic and someone as, like, not dominant. Well, you can still say dominant as Ant, but you also have someone that's dominant in other areas, but has that nonchalant personality, real laid back and cool personality like SGA has. So it's like, who is going to actually show up? Who's going to show out and make that statement in this series? That's how I look at this.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think they can attack Oklahoma City in different ways, and also what Minnesota can do defensively will be a different challenge for Oklahoma City. Because we've seen them struggle on offense versus Denver team. Coming into the playoffs, they weren't a great defensive team themselves. So it'll be interesting to see how they attack Minnesota's defense. I mean, we're looking at game 1 right now, and the game's off to a slow pace. I don't think a lot of these games are going to be high scoring. Hold on 1 second, yo. Damn. Speaking of YNs, this fucking YNs
I about to say, there go them YNs right there. And them amp peoples.
But yeah, I don't think we're going to see a lot of high scoring games this year. We won't see games in the mid upper 90s, low hundreds. If you want, we've seen a lot of physicality. We talk about physicality. If you want a version of modern day 90s ball, you're going to get it in this series.
No, but I'm kind of glad we get in this series because I've been noticing that between Shea and Ant, every time they match up, like they always have like good games against each other, and like it seems like there's a little bit back and forth. And I noticed it even more like when they was doing FIBA together that one year, and then they had like the scrimmage against each other for the Olympics that year. So you can kind of see like, don't get me wrong, both of them in the same division too, right? Off some weird way, or no?
I think it is. I think that they are.
So, like, they see each other a lot. So,
because remember, OKC comes from Seattle in a sense, and Seattle.
Yeah, that's what
Minnesota. I think like they was in that Pacific Northwest.
That's what I thought. So you kind of see like they familiar with each other. You got USA, you got Canada. It's like there's a lot of backstories into this, and you kind of see like both of these teams, like they found their young star and they've been building around them over the last few years. So now you kind of see like the fruition what it is. So like this is like a Western Conference Finals matchup that's been brewing for like the last few years, in my opinion. I mean, both of them were in the semis last year, and now they both lost in the semis. Now, like they're here at this juncture. Well, Minnesota made to the Western Conference Finals last year, but now both of these teams in the conference finals. So this is a real interesting matchup. I know.
That's the biggest thing for me, man. These things about injuries.
Yeah,
they've been brutal. They've been brutal this year. As good as the hoops we've been seeing, they've been brutal.
Look at my white goat though. He ain't on that play.
Anthony Titanium, bro, or something, bro. That man's tough as hell, bro.
He tried.
Some of the ankle rolls he's had, he's still out there, bro. It's crazy, but
hey, when you still got that youth on your side, you better use it.
I was gonna say, people forget Ant's still like what 25.
No, he's 23.
23. Yeah. He hasn't even hit his prime.
And they can make dumb decisions off the court though, but he's still 23. But we're on the court. But hey, I can't let that shit go. That nigga makes some dumbass decisions. But anyways, go ahead.
No, I was saying, there's gonna be a lot of interesting cross matches up in this series and adjustments. Like I was watching the breakdown. Like I said, I won't be surprised at some point if you see Jalen Williams on Randle, just because Jalen Williams at times has played center when they didn't have Chet or Hartenstein, and Chet is going to get bullied at some point by Randle. We all know how Randle's going to come at him. Also, on the other side, we see McDaniels on SGA, but you also want to see at times Ant as well. So there's going to be a lot of interesting matchups and adjustments made throughout the series. So definitely, this will be one to watch.
I got one to watch for. Do y'all think that they're gonna stagger Black Zay and Chet just to go with a small ball lineup whenever Rudy's in the game, just to pull him out? It works.
Maybe.
We've seen how it works, and we know that OKC has the personnel to actually do it. Like they can pull him if they pull Rudy out the paint. That's gonna open everything up. Rudy, he can't hold the perimeter for shit.
I mean,
it's true, but
I think the way Oklahoma City plays, they like having Hartenstein and Chet out there at the same time. So, and then of course they bring in Jalen Williams as well. So,
and what I've been noticing from the Wolves this postseason is they know when to take Rudy out for like long stretches. They're not scared to take Rudy out for long stretches if they have to, depending on what the matchup is. And this what's been saving them this year rather than last year, because last year they just allowed him to get abused by Dallas. And that's one of their like biggest mistake, because they just left Rudy out there and didn't help when they had Cat and Rudy out there. But I think with Julius Randle, he seems to be like a more mobile defender when he wants to play defense. So it kind of helps with Rudy not feeling like he's going to always get attacked on the perimeter, but he can also like they can go small ball and have somebody like Naj Reid play the 5 and have Julius Randle play the 4 if they have to. If they need to go small ball with Minnesota and walk him back to the back. Well, so hopefully he okay. Probably just got to retake that
I'll wrap
joint.
that up. Yeah.
He's still walking under his own pressure. He good.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I feel like this is going to be a 7-game series, y'all. What do y'all think?
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely 7 games.
All right. Anybody want to make a call for the finals? And who y'all going with, man? Yeah, Western Conference final pick.
I got Timberwolves in 7, bro.
Okay.
Okay, I got to keep my agenda going. OKC in 7. Got to keep my agenda going.
I cannot for the life of me see the New York Knicks raise a banner, bro. Oklahoma City can beat them. I think Minnesota can beat the Knicks, but I think that's going to be a toss-up series. I need Oklahoma City to get the job done because I don't want to see the Knicks raise a banner, bro.
I think I'm going to give OKC the edge only because I feel like they just have a little bit – I just feel like they have a little bit more offensive talent in their defense. Both of their defenses are the same. I just think OKC can do – I think OKC could do a little bit more. And remember last year we was talking about – okay, OKC is going to make the playoffs, but we're going to see what they're going to do in the offseason, depending on how far they made it last year. Mm-hmm. We saw in the offseason they got Caruso and Hartenstein. So those were two good pieces to get for a series like this because they learned earlier. Like, you're going to need some, like, tough players. Like, not everything's going to show up in the box score. You just going to need some tough players that's going to play defense, play their role, and do all the, like, lunch and pail stuff. So I think they're seeing the fruit of the labor of these two acquisitions. So I think that's what's going to make the difference of this series too.
And that's the crazy part about it. We called it like after both trades in a sense. So whenever they got Hartenstein, whenever they got Alex Caruso, we like, oh, that's going to push them. That's going to propel them to get to the next level. We didn't say it was going to be championship, but we said that's going to get them over the hump, in which that hump was the second round.
And let me say one more thing, man. I don't got a dog in this fight. I can tell us who win. I just said Timberwolves because of Ant-Man and Team USA. But let me say this, though. OKC, on the coaching staff, they got Eric Manning. Eric Manning from Fayetteville. He a Bill legend. He got drafted to OKC. So I'm low-key, if they do win, that's a Bill legend right there, bro.
No, I get it. Like, this series is hard for me because I already said this plenty of time. Once KD retired, Ant-Man's my favorite player. That's like, it's going to be wild. Like, he's going to be my new favorite player. But I still got some attachment to OKC. I know KD gone and everything, but like Russ was there too. Like Jeff Green, like I still have some stake to this team. Like I really want them to do well and get a championship. So I like I'm pretty much on whoever comes out of the West just need to win this goddamn championship.
Honestly, I think that's all of us. Like we all feel a way about OKC in a positive way. Like it's a team that we watch grow. Like that's how you build a team. That is what GMs, that is what organizations want to do. Like you get your star player.
Euro, get the fuck out of here.
I saw that nasty shit. You get your star player, you build around them. Even when you don't succeed, you succeed in the offseason by collectively going out and getting the pieces that you need that's going to help you get to the next your next spot. In which we've seen them do this effortlessly. Once again, just shout out to my GOAT, Pressing. Like he get this ring. He goes on that Mount Rushmore. Can't nobody tell me otherwise.
It's the only thing missing, bro. We gotta get
literally.
The boy can build some teams now.
He exercises his demons. He exercises demons.
You gotta get the job done, though.
Yeah, he definitely do. Because he, like I said, he exercises demons of not being able to keep his star players. He's brought in people that can be star players in a sense.
But shoot, man.
The other series.
Oh.
Okay, just go ahead, T. Go ahead, T.
Whichever team can establish pace is going to win that series. And also, last year, people forget that OG Anunoby got hurt in Game 2, and he tried to come back in Game 7. The Knicks were up 2-0 in the Garden, and then Anunoby got hurt, and that kind of changed the outcome of the series. So he's an X factor. Mikal Bridges is an X factor, and also Cat. Can Cat keep up at that pace that Indiana wants to play in? This series is really about pace. The Knicks, They don't have a lot of depth, so they want to play a slower pace game versus Indiana run and gun, pace and physicality. I mean, Indiana's been physical, but the Knicks in the half court are a different type of physicality. So, I know y'all gonna be shocked, but I'm actually gonna pick the Knicks in this series.
I agree. So
because you know why? You know why I want to pick the Knicks? Because New York fans deserve to get right there at the summit just to get their hearts broken.
Yes.
I want Knicks fans to get right there in the NBA Finals and taste what the NBA Finals feels like and be so close yet to be so disappointed and have their hearts crushed.
My friend T, I humbly have to disagree with you on that. Sometimes I feel like some cities need cleansing. They need to be.
Okay, well, so you're gonna cleanse New York.
They have to cleanse New York. It needs purity. After what I saw this weekend, I just know I can't see them have anything else prosperous anymore, especially when it comes to hoops. They was out of line.
Oh,
they was so out of pocket. They was so out of pocket that Friday night, dog. Because here's my room. If it was strictly basketball, especially though I don't really care for both franchises, I wouldn't care. But y'all know me. One thing I don't play about is when you kick a player down when it comes to their injuries and their families. I don't play that shit. Yeah. So when Knicks fans are out there making fun of Jason Tatum's injury and the Achilles and everything, I ain't got no respect for that. I know it's not every fan that said it, but when you see multiple fan base on one clip saying that shit, it rubbed me the wrong way. So like, I really like. I'm sorry. I joined the League of Assassins on this one, y'all. I'm going with the Pacers, man. I'm going with the Pacers, bro. By any means.
Go home, sleep in the bed with your mom. They were saying a whole bunch of wild shit.
Yeah, like I know we joke. I know we have our slander. I know we can probably take it to that line, but it's just certain shit I won't. Yeah, like it's like just take the dub. Y'all got the dub. Y'all blew them. Y'all killed them niggas in Game 6. So like, y'all, I'm not gonna try to take it anyway. But like, come on now, y'all. I'd rather y'all keep going at Trae Young to say anything about his Achilles injury. Like that was kind of effed up. So I'm going with the Pacers by any means.
But I expect that from Knicks fans. They've been strong. That's what I said. I want them to get right there to be so close and then they be so disappointed because that's what they deserve, honestly.
but you know what? I just said that whole soliloquy, and you know what? I don't put that shit past Indiana fans either, bro. I just haven't heard it from them yet. They just didn't play the Celtics so they can say that shit. But you already know, son. Them Indiana fans, they just don't get the recognition as Boston fans because they little brother to Boston. But trust them, but no, they say some shit up in there. Hell, yeah. Indiana got a case in the WNBA off game 1.
I'm about to say that.
Oh my God! And that's not even Twitter because that's not even hoop talk. That's not even hoop talk.
This is reality TV, Mean Girls Club shit, bro.
That's it.
Like,
that's basketball wives talk.
It's the worst group of fans and discourse on Twitter, bro. Y'all think NBA Twitter is toxic. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet, bro. It has nothing to do with hoops, bro.
It's all about race, man. Like, they're trying to create a race war. Like, there ain't no war to create.
First off, it should have been a flagrant foul, bro. I'm sorry. That's a weak-ass flagrant foul.
By rule, it should have been. Well, if I'm a ref, would I have called it? Nah, I just would have called it a hard foul and kept pushing. But what I tell, and this is my question for y'all, because I'm not going to speak for everybody, but we probably know people in this scenario. If you're getting your ass beat by 20 plus, I don't care if it's in your local gym, the YMCA, middle school, high school, whatever, and now we taking this to the pros. If you down by like 20, and then all of a sudden you get hard foul and you don't even know who you see who hard foul you, more than likely you're gonna react like, fuck it, bro. It's whatever at this point.
There's a crash out coming.
And that's all that was. Like, I promise you, only reason why it's talked about is because Caitlyn did it.
Yeah.
But if Kelsey Mitchell did it, if Lexi Hall did it, if any other player would did, Angel will have the same reaction because she's a girl from Baltimore getting her ass beat on national TV in the middle of the day. And the last thing you need is for somebody to push you. It's like that's why she reacted like that. Anybody could have gotten it. It just so happened Caitlyn did it, so of course it got amplified.
So bad the thing pieces are so bad at the W, bro. There was a clip of Angel Reese literally dribbling at her chin, and somebody caught her out. It was funny, bro. Any NBA player, college player, whatever, the basketball literally at her chin, bro. It's just slander, bro. It's good slander, bro. But then, you black men hate black women, and this is racism, or black men hate black women. LeBron hates black women. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Yeah. Hey, yo, when I tell you that nigga tweet or Instagram post had these people in an uproar, bro, I said, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. Why y'all in y'all feelings, dog? Y'all see who this man married, bro? Like, come on, B.
Exactly. Angel Reese literally was dribbling her chin, and it's funny, bro. We hate black women, bro. Man, take y'all sisters' asses back the way y'all came from, bro. Y'all ain't real hoop fans, bro. Y'all ain't built for the NBA.
In the words of KD, Twitter, bro. In the words of KD, I'm not here to hear.
Like, come on, bro. Like, this, like y'all are new to basketball slander, but that saying Angel Reese was dribbling her chin is nothing, bro. We've seen some real slander on NBA Twitter, bro. And,
all slander is created equal.
Exactly. No, anybody can get it, bro. LeBron's got it. MJ gets it. Kobe's gotten it. Anybody can get slander, bro. Angel Reese is not exempt, bro.
I'm not saying nobody had more slander in the social media area than LeBron. Like,
exactly. Like Angel Reese was taking the ball to the court, literally dribbling her chin and trying to run a pick and roll, and it was hilarious because she couldn't do it, bro. I'm sorry, bro. It's funny, bro. It is what it is, bro. Here come the Ant-Man. Oh yeah, they got him right.
Yeah, just wrap that ankle up, give him some hot Cheetos. He good to go.
But we probably gave him a shot of Hennessy. Nah, he a young nigga, so it's probably with some Terramana.
As
long as there ain't no Don Julio,
he'll get out there, bro, and he'll get right back out there, bro. Our new favorite OKC fan.
Oh my god!
Shout out to her, bro.
But to get back,
let me check her Twitter real quick.
But to get back to to the Pacers and Knicks, like I'm glad, even though we're not favorite to none of these teams, at least like a good NBA rivalry is back in tow, and it's like a rematch of last year, and both teams are like healthy, so at least we should get a better matchup this time. They both added pieces a little bit, or Indiana just got better and healthy this year. New York, they made some changes that kind of helped them out get to the conference finals, which, I mean, when you trade all those picks for Mikal Bridges and then you add a cat, you low-key have to at least make the Eastern Conference Finals.
Rudy's trash. My bad, bro.
I'm just saying, but
it's gonna be good basketball though, for sure. Like, I don't like neither one of these teams, but I can't deny it, bro. When they meet in the playoffs, bro, this means something, bro. Going back to the 90s and early 2000s, they met in 2013, and then they met.
I'm just waiting for the Wally Zerbiak tape.
Yo,
I'm ready.
This nigga Randall B.
He liked it. Hey, you.
But yeah, Knicks Pacers just means something different, bro. It's good for the sport. It's a real rivalry. Cities don't like each other. There's gonna be some nasty stuff from the fans this series, so just buckle up, bro. Tyrese Halliburton, your dad, your mom, nobody's safe from Knicks fans, bro. Just buckle up, man.
So this is the way I see this series going, bro. Shout out to Dave, man. But I just think, I hate to say this, bro. I don't like neither one of these teams, man. But it's something about Indiana, bro. It's like they got it this year for some reason, bro. I just think they're going to win in the 7, bro, and then lose in the finals. I think they're going to beat the Knicks in 7. I mean, freaking Tyrese is balling. Nembhard is balling. Neesmith is hooping. Miles Turner is hooping. What's the little white boy name? I forgot his name.
TJ McConnell.
Yeah, he hit big shots, man. It's like something about this team, bro.
And I think that's what's going to be key is the Pacers have a little bit of a bench surge that the Knicks don't. Like the Knicks are fully dependent on their starting lineup to like execute majority of their offense and their defense, and then the defense is really people just coming in to give their starters some rest, and then they hope to get like a little bit like McBride hitting 2 to 3 threes, and not Mitchell Robinson getting blocks and like some key rebounds, but the bulk of the work's gonna be them that starting five, those Villanova Knicks, Cat and OG. So I just want to see what the defensive scheme is going to be from both teams, because Tom Thibodeau, he's a defensive minded coach, so I kind of see how is he going to employ something that's going to attack the snake of the Pacers offense and try to see if he can cut up Tyrese Halliburton, because they do that. I think that's really going to negate a lot of the Pacers offense, because they don't really got that many like one-on-one type guys on that team. Their offense is mainly like free flow, moving the ball around. So it's something interesting I'm looking at.
Remember when the Knicks struggled versus like the top teams of the league? But I will say this, and somebody brought it up the other day. They didn't have Mr. Robinson for most of those games, and when he came back, he's not going to like pop out on the stat sheet. But Mr. Robinson's impact on the Knicks can't be understated. Ever since his return, his presence, the way he can cover ground on the defensive end, it's been a game changer for the Knicks, and he's not getting a lot of credit nationally, but his impact since he's returned helped them versus Boston definitely, because they really struggled versus Boston, but the way he kind of covered ground, which you kind of need a guy to cover ground versus Boston, the way they shoot threes, his impact on the defensive end. He's a liability on offense, but defensively, he definitely added something to the Knicks that they didn't have for most of the season, because the narrative of the Knicks were they're a good team, but they struggled with those top teams. They didn't beat Oklahoma City, Boston, or Cleveland this season, but they didn't have Mr. Robinson for most of those matchups. And when he returned, he definitely brought something. I think Deuce McBride's an X factor, because he has to give them some type of offensive punch off the bench. He's kind of like another J.R. Smith type of guy. He's going to come in, he's going to put the ball up. He knows what he's going to do.
Yeah.
He knows what he's in the game for. When the opportunity comes, he's going to let it fly. So, like I said, it really comes down to like pace and depth for Indiana versus like just can the Knicks just keep the game close and let Brunson close. So it's going to be a really good series.
Brunson's probably been honestly, I think the Eastern Conference probably got like two of the best closers we've seen this postseason, in my opinion, between Halliburton and Brunson. They both been hitting clutch shots in these series. So it's really going to be interesting, especially if the games come down to close. But before we end this episode, all four of these teams that still left is pretty much led by these four guards, Brunson, Halliburton, Ant-Man, and Shea. And this is the final question to all y'all. Who winning the championship will mean more to their career right now to which guard if they win it this year, in your opinion?
It's got to be Ant. He already hit the face of the league talk, bro. He wins the championship this year, especially beating LeBron, Luka, SGA, and then possibly either Halliburton or Brunson.
Yeah.
It's got to be Ant.
Yeah, it's definitely
He has the most of the game from a championship.
Ant, SGA, Brunson, then Halliburton. The reason why I put it that particular way is because out of the East, the Knicks should actually come out of the East, and in the East, those two teams are actually going to be there, because obviously Boston is going to be taking their step back, and the Cavs, they need to make a lot of changes before they can even enter into that conversation again. The East is pretty much just going to be down to those two teams. The West, we know, is going to be up for grabs. There's going to be a lot of changes in the West. We're going to see a lot of shifting and a lot of movement, as the West always does. So, yeah, it's going to mean a lot to those two. But like how T said, like it's really Ant because of the season that he's had this year. And also if we can actually add in last year as well.
Yeah, so Ant, this would be like a Dirk 2011 run if he do this.
Okay.
He's a whole lot younger than what Dirk was, but to go through KD last year, but then Brown and Luka, and then the SGA, I can't put Steph in there because they didn't beat Steph. But to go through Brown and Luka and the SGA and possibly the Knicks, yeah.
You can add Jimmy Butler though. You can add Jimmy and Draymond though. You can add Jimmy and Draymond.
Facts.
And Kerr. Well, fuck it. Well, just throw him in there too.
Yeah, I'm just throwing Kerr. You can say the Warriors, but we ain't gonna say Steph.
Yeah, we get the Warriors.
Steph marked himself safe. His Facebook status says marked safe.
Like our boy KD said, though, he's still on the squad, though. You know? But yeah, he was good.
I mean, when we go into the future and we look at a history book, they're going to count it. But you know,
we're
gonna count it. They're gonna count it. But you know what I always say. It's like I like my history with context. I like you guys show me. Don't show me the highlights. Show me the game. That's how. Don't show me the highlights. Show me the game. But that's interesting. I agree with you too. I agree with y'all. I'm gonna just look at it from a different perspective, only because it's like I feel like their windows are going to be a little bit shorter between Brunson and Hallie doing this for Ant-Man and Shea, because Shea feel like he got like a good team that's still then not maximizing all their contracts yet, so they still got a little bit more time. Ant-Man, he's only going to keep improving as he gets older. He's like only 23. But these can be like on one-time moments for somebody like Brunson and Halliburton, depending on how the rest of their career shape up, especially Brunson, because, you know, he is kind of a little bit older than the rest of these guards. So,
yeah.
And the mix put a lot of money onto this current roster, so we don't know how long they're going to be able to keep this together. So that's why I'm looking at as a time frame more than legacy, in my opinion. Just who's probably like, we probably want to get this done now because we don't know if we ever going to get back to this get another chance to get back to this moment.
Yeah,
shout out my goatee, man. Shout out my goatee, bro. I see what you're doing, my boy.
What are you talking about?
Hey, bro. I got a notification on my phone, bro. I see what you just posted, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, come on, bro. I can't sit on the chat, bro. I mean, I can't sit on here.
Hey, man. We give people our flowers on this show, man. We give people flowers on this show.
I'm gonna say that every chance I get, bro. You already know that.
I already know.
But all y'all niggas my goat, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? All y'all niggas my goat, man.
I'm so sick of this nigga in this damn motorcycle, bro. God damn, bro.
Well, shoot, man. Let's end this joint before the YNs piss T off and we have to be accessory to whatever might happen. But yeah, man, man, the whole East Coast turning into Gotham. Goddamn, man. Bruce, do something, man. All that money and shit.
Look, bro.
Since Dave ain't here, you already know he hates everything Pacers. He hates everything Indiana. So I'm gonna make sure he get his shout out. I guess it doesn't make it any better that LeBron been shouting out Halliburton and Caitlin. So now he got to deal with like LeBronto again and shit. So I know he's feeling some type of way about that.
Hey, yo, no, 18 was a good summer, bro. You know that was a good summer, bro.
Hey, man. One of my best summers. I ain't gonna hold you.
I can't speak on certain things on this pod, bro.
Yeah.
But I will say it's probably one of my best summers. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But look, man, before we get off topic, man.
We are, bro. We are.
Yeah. Hey, as Dave will always say, like, hit that subscribe button. We on all the platforms. We everywhere. You can find us. Hey, keep sending those comments, man. We be seeing the comments on the videos. We appreciate all the love, man. Appreciate y'all holding us down, man. Hey, man, if y'all got any questions or y'all want to come in the show to talk about your favorite team or what's currently going on, hey, just let us know. And we shoot you the time. We shoot you the link. Come on this joint. We ain't scared of nobody. We want all the smoke. We want all the smoke more than Matt Barnes and Stacks. Shit, like it's whatever, bro. Like, and we all solid out here. We ain't got no investigations, no allegations over here. So we clean. We good over here.
Yeah. And yo, and shout out to all y'all, bro. We see all the views, and y'all subscribing to our YouTube channel, bro, and following us on social media.
Yeah, we
shout out to y'all,
that.
man. We appreciate that, bro. So if you do, just share the video with your peoples too, man. We definitely appreciate y'all, though. Thank y'all.
For sure. We definitely see the love.
Yeah, let's go, and Shake. Yeah. The boy's getting chippy, bro.
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah.
You know we love that. You know we love that, yo.
Yeah, that's what we like to see. None of those, forget those participation trophies. This is what it's all about.
Yep.
But yeah, bro, like, subscribe, and catch us at Alibi on Sunday. Especially if you Bay, Jordan Fonda said. Well, I can't speak for BT and Dre, but for me, you knew what's up, bro. This Sunday.
Hey, we outside though.
The Sad's back outside, man. We've been putting a lot of work, so they say play as hard as you work as hard as you play. You know what I'm saying? So hey, look, we're gonna be outside. Be on the lookout for us. Give us a shout out if y'all see us. Dap us up, all that good stuff. But look, man, this Assassin 4, man. Appreciate the homies holding it down today. I got my boy C Note. I got the biggest plug in Charlotte T, and I got, of course, one of 910's finest, BT. This is Dre from PG. We're currently. Oh man! Hey,
I was waiting for you to see it.
We gotta watch this game. Hey, we gotta watch this game. So this is Assassin 4. We out, man.
Yeah. Try that shit though.
Hey yo, I ain't gonna catch somebody nasty before this series is over. You gonna catch somebody.
Yeah, nigga, try that shit.
George called the shit out of him, bro.
He did, bro.
He had to.
Saved him. That's what saved him.
Exactly.